Are you watching, or are you seeing?
I see what you overlook.
What are you becoming?
What you taught me to be.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. bwiz here. So in this video, we're going to be diving into the Wan 2.2 Multi-Angle Split Stack workflow. So it does utilize Qwen as a powerful method for capturing and managing multiple angles simultaneously. So whether you're a beginner or looking to streamline your setup, what you're going to be doing here is saving time, reducing errors, and you're going to be getting the most out of your multi-angle sessions. So we're going to start by looking through the basics. I already have one output running right here, so it's currently active. It's been active for about 5 to 10 minutes, and we're almost at the very end. So yeah, we're going to start by looking at the basics. Then we'll go through setting up your angles, as some of the nodes have some positioning angles here. If I scroll in and show you, this will actually show you how you can best angle and pose your photography. That way you can get the best output and achieve the best results. So yeah, by the end of this, you'll have a solid step-by-step understanding of how to master this workflow. Let's get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about some of the footage we have here. So I've made this session from 5 different angles, each capturing the subject in a slightly different position, and so the video output is going to be different per take. So this is crucial for this multi-angle analysis, because no single camera can capture every single detail. So that's why it's important to figure out the best method. So here you'll see I've come out with a few different outputs. I'll go ahead and play them simultaneously to show you. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see it better, a little bit better. And what I'll do is go ahead and repeat this process amongst a few different inputs, and show you what this workflow is capable of. Like I said, I have 5 different ones, so each one is going to zoom in at a different state. And you can achieve this by using this workflow on RunComfy.com, or you can download the workflow yourself, as I mentioned before. But I find the best way to use it, in the best manner, is to use it on RunComfy.com. I really like the last angle here, and you can increase the time frame, so you can make the outputs a little bit longer depending on what you want to do. I find that it's best to test with a short output, and then if you actually like what's coming out, then increase the timestamp. That way you can get a little bit longer results. But yeah, let me run a few more outputs here and see what we come up with. Alright, so next let's talk about the positioning of the nodes. So within Wan 2.2, the GUI, each node represents a piece of footage or a processing step. So the way you arrange them directly affects the final output alignment and the synchronization. So what I'm going to do here is show you exactly how to position the nodes. It shows you the actual input that it's supposed to have. You basically just need to utilize this to go forward, move in and out, so zooming in and out. This will change the horizontal axis, and this will change the this will change the vertical axis, and this will change the horizontal axis. So this close-up is of a woman in a vehicle, and as I've stated before, we have rearranged the nodes in order to capture a certain look per video. So each pose highlights subtle changes in expression and head position, which gives us a really detailed multi-dimensional view. So by stacking these poses in Wan, we can compare angles and synchronize the movements. Also, we can create a cohesive multi-pose sequence that preserves every nuance of the character. So yeah, we'll go ahead and look at that, and then we'll run about 3 more outputs.
Alright, so next let's talk about the positioning of the nodes. So within Wan 2.2, the GUI, each node represents a piece of footage or a processing step. So the way you arrange the nodes in order to capture and manage multiple angles simultaneously. So by stacking these poses in Wan, we can create a cohesive multi-pose sequence that preserves every nuance of the character. So yeah, we'll go ahead and look at that, and then we'll run about 3 more outputs.
As you see, it starts with an image and then transforms that image into a video. That's basically how this works there. Very natural, very cinematic. Alright, so now we have another output here. I just put in a image of somebody that I know, just to see the accuracy of it. As you see here, you're able to go ahead and, after you've run it one time, it'll show the image, and it'll show you which direction it's going to be. So definitely mess with these if you're trying to pinpoint a certain direction. And so we'll go ahead and run these outputs, and you'll see they make about 4 seconds. You can increase the time as well if you want the segments to be longer. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and run these outputs here, and then we'll do like 1 or 2 more just to show you how well the tool works here. And like I said, you can increase the amount of time, and you can also change the prompting a bit too if you open up the subgraphs. So, and to open up the subgraphs, you just click on one of these little areas right here. You see it's a subgraph node, so you'll just open this little box right here, and that'll open up the subgraph to show you that you can edit the prompts and things like that as well. And the prompts are normally defined by the direction that you've used. So, but you can change it to your liking, however best suits your use case. So like here, it's zooming out, and so that's what it was told to do. And then within this one, it's kind of panning and zooming around too. And so it makes quite a few clips there of the image. I think it really matches character consistency very well. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and run another test or two and show you guys the potential here. Alright, so here we have our last output. I actually used the image of myself, actually when I was a bit younger, but it was like I had done some art on the image before, so this is the input, and I did adjust the nodes for positioning a little bit differently. And so let's go ahead and watch those outputs. It didn't get my eyes quite right. It did give me brown eyes instead of blue eyes, which I think that might have been because of the input image. But yeah, we have our split segment, and these clips can show that you can see how each angle and each pose comes out quite a bit differently. No matter how you do it, you're always going to get a different outcome. And like I said, you can get into the subgraphs and mess with the prompting to really hone in on what you want. But yeah, by combining these multiple perspectives into a single unified output, we're able to capture far more detail than any single shot can provide, and that allows you, at the end here we have this output. And yeah, I think it's really cool. So we have all of our, it combines all of the outputs to one final image segment. So this kind of setup is really incredible for things like facial expression, analysis, motion reference, things of that, and AI training data, of course. It could be beneficial for that too. So yeah, with Qwen's multi-poles and multi-angle capabilities, we're not just recording video. We basically have a system here that gives more control into your post, better insights, things like that, into the movement and things like that. So yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for this workflow. If you found this helpful, be sure to give it a like and subscribe. Check out the full setup workflow in the description below. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.
Are you watching
or are you seeing?
I see what you overlook.
What are you becoming?
What you taught me to be.